Let's go!
There's something we got to talk about. This is a big deal for me.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
I didn't think you survived.
In fucking theaters, dude. Bro, they have a language.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
Bro. So I remember looking at this on my phone and I was like, this seems really cool. And then it gets to the actual look of the Predator. I'm like, oh no. Oh, why does he look so weird? That was my gut reaction. So then I looked at it on like big screen, because again, one of the big criticisms I've had of a lot of Predator movies has been that I don't love the way the Predators look, man. Just in general, I'm like a big Stan Winston fan. And Stan Winston and James Cameron made the Predator back in the 80s. They've like, you know, pioneered the way that those visuals look. The way the Predators looked in the first AVP movie was okay, but I see exactly what they're doing. Like, I see what they're going for. This is not going to be a movie that is going to be focusing around main characters, where main characters carry the story of an evil predator, right? They're not doing that. Immediately, if this is our main character in a Predator movie, that proposes some pretty huge ass challenges, dude. How the hell are you going to have a main character Predator that's behind a mask the whole time, to sympathize with him, to, you know, show his arc as a character, to do like, for him to go through all of this stuff, giving him more emotion, make him look more human? They 100% make him look more human. 100%. The whole point is that he's younger, he's an outcast, they're doing all of this shit. There is a specific challenge that comes with setting up a story like that. So to me, I think that this is a good idea. I do like the idea that it is a younger Predator and all this shit. I think some of the CG here does not look great. I'll be real, like, damn, dude, there's a lot of like facial stuff going on there, which is actually kind of impressive. But clearly, like, the eyes and some stuff that's going on in the head just doesn't look particularly great. I'm hoping it's a little early. It feels like it's a little bit fresh, you know? So anyway, the whole point of the story about it being about a predator that has like not gone rogue, but is on his own and is having to like survive and shit is so cool. Like, the concept is like, what do you do with Predator as a concept, man? Like, what do you do with like this entire idea of a thing without it just always sort of being the same thing, or boiling down to what happens in the original AVP comics or Alien versus Predator the movie, which is like kind of a good guy Predator that is hanging out with a human and they are able to like, you know, coincide with each other, which is okay, you know? How the hell do you like push this forward in any way? This is doing it. Will he talk? Dude, I'm not kidding you. They talked about how the guy that made the Na'vi language from the Avatar movies created the language, created the Yautja language in this film. They went to that dude and they were like, we need you to make a unique language for us. And I found that out and I was like, yo, what? So again, for anybody that knows like of Predator lore, when it goes back to the comics and shit, yes, there's this entire interesting thing that they have going with the characters and all of this stuff. And it's like, yo, what? So they actually have their language. The chant is, no kidding, like in their language. Like the song says like Yautja at sometimes and shit. It's like, yo, what? We're going this hard? Bro, what the hell?
You're hunting something that can't.
Dude, and the way this shit is shot is like God damn, bro.
Be killed.
Yeah, I am so fucking down. I am so down. And there's another reason. This isn't just coming from like, oh, I want to take Predator in a bold new direction that's weird and goofy, but they're clearly doing like world building. And I don't like dissecting trailers very much because I like going into films, but she obviously has the Weyland-Yutani logo. She's a Weyland-Yutani robot, right? So that's going to be our human character sympathizer in that way, where it's like, oh, okay, so this is our contrast, right? This is our like legit contrast. What I think a lot of people did not pick up on is that he has a broken tooth. You are literally pulling back to the best Predator that has ever fucking existed. Do I even have it down here? Do I even have my book? I usually have it in close proximity to my ass, man. You are literally pulling inspiration from what is possibly one of the coolest Predators of all time, which is Broken Tusk. Like, motherfucker. And it's on the same tooth and everything, and I'm like, bro, wait a minute. Are we saying that, are we going to go all the way back to like the 80s goddamn comic? And are we gonna pull it back that this is the original Yautja Predator? That they're gonna lead into the story with like, you know, Machiko or what the hell the girl's name is? Are we gonna eventually lead to the original movie? Is this his origin story, my dude? Like, holy shit. Again, I don't think this is here just for the hell of it. There has already been Predators that have scars, right? And like these guys have scars and all that kind of stuff. They did that in the AVP movie. The font in the title, whoa, chill. Yeah, I mean, yo, that's always been that way. But still, you know, all I'm saying is there are some pretty close similarities. He's younger. His face can obviously change, you know, to be a bit closer to the others. You know what I'm pretty happy with? I'm just going to throw this out as a Predator fan. I'm pretty happy with this. I love this movie. I thought this movie was wonderful. We finally got a Predator film that focused on characters and their relationships and their struggle. It was awesome. But this shit was not it, my dude. Like, I appreciated the practicality of this shit. I loved this movie. Some of the scenes and shots are actually godlike, but I am sick and tired of the goddamn Predator's mouth being able to fit a basketball. Like, what? It's just, how do we make the Predator's face that much scarier? They've already did such a good job back in the day. What do? We just keep doing this. Like, eventually it's just going to be an umbrella that opens up and it's just going to, like, what? Like, okay, so we have one of the most unique ass looking character designs ever. And even in Predators, this shit is just not it. I'm sorry. Like, I have just not been on board the way that the Predator's face has looked. The last time the Predator's face looked sort of cool was when it sort of was a little bit more constrained, and it was the Wolf Predator. Like, Wolf Predator I thought was pretty good. Like, I've made a video about this before, my dude. I think this guy was like one of the last good and cool looking Predators, like straight up. But they still did, like, he's still a bit much and pushed all the way. It's cool how his mouth is all ripped open and shit. Again, my criticisms are that, like, they're just trying to push it for shock factor. And, you know, they're just going for way too much. The problem is the Wolf Predator was in the wrong movie. He's in a movie that isn't particularly, like, great, but this guy was dope. Like, this was a very cool Predator, very close to, like, the original one. I like this. It feels juvenile. I like the way, like, some of this stuff looks. He feels like he doesn't know what he's doing. It feels like you have a Predator that, or you have a character. I don't even want to say just a Predator, because let's treat these guys as characters, okay? Like, I think that's what's way more important. Let's not treat this just as an alien killer anymore. Let's treat them as their actual characters. And they're going through shit, you know? Because what is this shit doing? Like, what does Prey do? What does this movie seem like it's doing? What is also like the Hulu Alien shit feel like it's setting up? They're 100% setting up a cinematic universe, right? They clearly are. They're setting up a potential for these things to exist in a way, again, that doesn't feel haphazard and goofy the way that, like, AVP did back in the day, or the previous AVP movies. They're just there for, like, shock factor. No, there's, like, little hints and things that are building throughout these films now that are like, okay, maybe we can actually get to an AVP that's good. Like, maybe we can actually lead to something that builds to a climax and conclusion that could actually makes sense, you know? And we'll kind of wait to see what happens with like the Hulu AVP series and shit. I'm very curious about that. But still, dude, like to me, like the execution of Prey was super good. Alien Earth, I want to see what it's like. I'm not like super, I'm just sort of like leaning around this. All I'm seeing in a lot of the imagery and the way that this stuff is being presented and that like they're trying to treat these guys as like actual characters now, dude. I love it. 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 I think it's legit the coolest direction this shit could have possibly gone. I heard about this ahead of time and I was like, a Predator by himself movie. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I wonder how that'll be. And after I saw this trailer, I'm completely down. And again, I did not like this face shit, right? I thought this face shit was like not particularly good, but them showing like a range of emotions in a completely different way, I think is actually really cool. I think they're going to try to get us to sympathize with this guy. You know what I mean? Which is exciting. It's exciting and different. He looks young. He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be juvenile, you know? I like the idea, the fact that the younger Predators have a hairline. I like the idea that the Predator's hairline maybe actually goes away, like over time. Like it recedes in some way. Like that's actually kind of a neat idea. I'm not even kidding you. That like they literally eventually their hair recedes and shit. And I'm like, okay. All right, you know, I don't think it's that weird that like they're trying to make them look younger by pulling his hair to the front of his head more, and it legit works. It actually works. So you trying to tell me I'm old? Shut up, we're all doing it, okay? I really dug this trailer. I cannot wait to see this fucking